Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new video. So this is the first video of the new year 2025, and this is the first wash of the F80 in like almost 2 months. This is actually my first time washing with the E88s, which we'll get into in a little bit about the change, but figured I would do a little bit of a wash and chat with you guys. It's been a while, and I wanted to get the car washed and at least covered, because I haven't been able to cover it for a while now because it's been dirty. I've been driving it, and now that it's like 60 degrees out right now in New Jersey, I figured it was a good opportunity to get the car washed up and kind of catch up with you guys for a little bit. But you may notice the audio is quite a bit better, at least I'm hoping so, than previous wash and chats. I got rid of the old lav mic that I had, which was really annoying because it always rubbed up against my clothes when I was washing and stuff, and it made annoying noises. But now I got the new DJI setup, and I think it's gonna sound way better. You guys are gonna be able to hear me. But man, I will say washing E88s is definitely not as fun as washing the TEs. These have a lot more spokes, but it's not too bad. This brush actually gets in there pretty well. Although it is very hard to get into the barrels because it's really not much room. But I hope everybody had a great holiday season. It was really nice. Take some time off. I've been doing this whole YouTube thing for almost 5 years now straight, and I really never took more than like a day or two off in terms of uploading videos. So I told myself at the end of the year, end of 2024, I would take some time off and just not focus so much on cars. And I'll tell you what, it was really nice. As much as I love cars, it's really nice to kind of take a little bit of a break. So as I mentioned, this is my first time washing the E88s. I haven't washed the car since I put them on in November, and it's well, now it's January, but this for me it's the end of December. But even before that, I think I put the wheels on November 21st, and I haven't washed the car since early November. So it's been a while. Feels good to get out here though and get some time to wash the car up. It's been so cold, and we got some snow and rain and everything, but now it's finally, or at least today, we got a much warmer day. So I was like, now is the opportunity to get the car washed up. But oh boy, I mean, the easy detail brush can get in there, but definitely not as well as I normally get in there. It still can get decently far into the barrel, but not as good as I normally am able to get in there. So most of you probably know, I did discuss this already about the new wheels coming, and that how much I love the E88s, but how much I just don't think they fit the F80 as well as other generations or other cars. I still think it looks really good, and I love the silver. I like it, but I'm not in love with it. And my big point about wanting to change it up is that if I'm going to spend the money on something like this, you know, I have to be in love with it 110%. You know, I can't be 70-30 on something and force myself to keep something or like something because others do or whatnot. You know, I never do anything because other people tell me to do. It's because I want to do it. And as much as I love the 88s and as iconic as they are, I'm just not in love with them on this specific chassis. Now, don't get me wrong. I've seen some really nice setups on the 88s, on F80s that look really good. But I think for my specific car, how I like my car, I don't think it fits the theme. I don't think it fits kind of the direction that I like to keep this car. Now, I know some of you disagree with that and they love the silver, but I love black wheels. I love darker colored wheels. I don't know what it is. Gives it that more aggressive stance And I know contrast and everything, but I'm sorry guys, I tried it. Silver looks good, but I just like darker colored wheels. So I mentioned I have some RIAs on the way in gloss black. Got them custom done from Ron at AR Motorworks. He actually sent me a picture of them, all powder coated and ready to go. I'll put up a picture for you guys so you can see them. But I think, in my opinion, it's going to look much better. Those wheels are going to look much better on this car. Tires, I went with my tried and true and favorite tires so far that I've ever tried is the Falken RT 660s, which I had or have on the TE 37s. I love the look of it. I love the feel of that tire. So I had to go back to that tire. I love the Michelin PS4Ss. They're really nice, but I'm just not crazy how they look. The sidewall, just something about it. They just look too soft looking to me. I don't know. It's kind of a weird nitpicky thing, but when you had the aggressive, kind of track, extreme summer performance looking tire, almost like a drag slick basically, it's kind of hard to go back to the Michelins where it's a little bit more subdued looking. It doesn't look as aggressive. I don't know. Plus the sidewalls are too bubbly for me. I like a nice square sidewall. So yes, we went back to the RT 660s, and I think that's going to look really, really good. I'm going to ceramic coat them so they stay nice and pretty. But yeah, they were done last, for me right now, they were done before Christmas. So we were just waiting for the tires to get mounted and TPMS and all that stuff. They should be on the way to be at this point. So I should be getting them probably this week that this video is posted, and then I'll have videos of coating them up, ceramic coating them, and obviously installing them, getting the fitment right and everything like I normally do. So that'll be fun. But yeah, the 88s, I am back and forth on if I should sell them or not. Like I said, I know it's an iconic wheel and everybody loves them, but I'm contemplating hanging on to them so I can switch it up. But at the same time, I don't know. If I'm not crazy about them now, I don't know if I'll be crazy about them later. I don't know. But I do have them up for sale. Currently 8,000 as is. New tires. These tires, the front tires have less than 100 miles on them. Rears have less than 600 miles on them. The whole setup has less than 600 miles. So it's a brand new E88 setup. Ceramic coated, TPMS. No, you don't have to wait a full year. So I'm asking 8K picked up or 8,300 shipped anywhere in the US. Don't have to wait a year. Ready to roll. And they look amazing. So I also have the Milway camber plates, the street camber plates sitting on the workbench over there. I do need to install those. I'm gonna wait until I put the RIAs on to see how those fit and everything. Granted, I still want to install those. It may not be as necessary for the extra camera that I would have needed for the 88s, because I do think the current specs of the E88s do need a little more front camber than I currently can achieve with the stock camber hardware. So doing the Milways I think would really help with the fitment on these. Granted, it's really nice, but just the overall drivability fitment in terms of getting rid of the driver scrub that I have on bigger bumps, which is not a big deal. It's just hitting the outside of the tire here. But it's not really a bad scrub. It's not hitting fender or anything. But I do have those to install, but I plan to wait until the RIAs come in. Then I'll throw those on and see how everything can dial in more with those. I also got to do the front gloss black emblem on the grill from Carbon Culture. And I'm still waiting on a few things from MF Interior for the interior as well. Still looking for that GTS hood though. The GTS did come in mineral gray, so I'm kind of hoping I come across like a salvaged one or something and the hood's in perfect shape and I can just snag that, or someone's trying to get rid of an OEM one that's been painted mineral gray. I mean, yes, I can go and get a non-mineral gray one. I've seen a few of them for sale. But I think the ease of having it already painted would be nice. Obviously, I'd be concerned about the paint match, but I'm still looking for one loosely. And if I do come across one, I think that'd be really cool to throw that on, especially with the RAs. That'd be a pretty sweet look, super aggressive. I think that's what the front end needs. I gotta do the F150 belts, serpentine and AC belt. I have them sitting on the counter or the workbench over there. So I gotta do those. So I'm just kind of just chilling. I'm not pressuring myself to, get all this stuff done right away. I'm just kind of taking my time, which is, I guess, me growing and maturing in a way. I told myself in the new year that I wasn't going to, put any more stress than I already do on myself by trying to install stuff that when I maybe don't have the time or I got other things going on. Because, over the last 4 years, pushing myself, not pushing, but, getting these videos out and everything, there's times when I get stressed out. Just, that's my own work ethic, just kind of my own mindset of how I function with anything in life. I just have to stick to a schedule and do certain things to keep to my goals and all that. But towards the end of last year, 24, I was like, you know what? It's not worth pushing myself. I love doing this, and I'm just gonna, when I get the time, just do it, Get the videos out when I can, and I'm not gonna pressure myself as much as I used to, because I think I find more joy in taking my time instead of pushing myself to the limit to get these videos out or to install something that maybe, like I said, I don't have time to get installed because I have other priorities in life. But yeah, I feel good about that decision. At the end of the year, the little time that I did take off, it made me reflect. Just like, I think this is for the best. I think it's going to make me feel better about not pressuring myself all the time about these videos and everything. So these wheels were ceramic coated by the previous owner. And it's actually holding up really well. But before I threw these on, I didn't put it on video. I threw a layer of C-Quartz Deluxe on here, just kind of top it off. And it's holding up really well. It's looking really good. These ceramics are so awesome for wheels. It makes the cleaning process so much easier. So much easier. Not to mention the Akabono ceramic pads that I have on here. No brake dust at all. The only time I see brake dust is kind of now when I don't wash it for like a month and a half or 2 months and I'm doing a lot of driving. But it's barely there. I can't tell you how happy that makes me compared to the stock pads. My God. Those things drove me nuts. I would, no joke, back out of the garage after a wash, and the wheels were just completely covered. It looked like I didn't even wash them. Such a pain in the butt, especially with the black TEs. It showed so much of the brake dust. Definitely has a lot more work to get them coated, especially a wheel like this because they're so intricate. But I'm telling you, if you put the time in, it's so worth it. And staying on top of it's really easy. All I do is just, do my normal washing procedure that I'm doing here. And then I just spray some drying aid when I'm drying them up after a wash. And it kind of keeps that coating looking good and the hydrophobic properties, hydrophobing. It does a good job. So if you just kind of stay on top of things, I mean, it's the same thing with paint. If you just stay on top of it, it lasts so much longer. And the thing I like about C-Quartz Deluxe is that it holds up to heat really well. So when you're driving hard and the wheels and the brakes and everything heat up, the ceramic doesn't break down like a normal, CSL or anything like that. But yeah, I'm going to finish this wheel up, and then we'll get to washing the car. Have a little chat about the current mindset for the new year and my plans. I know I've been talking about that a lot lately, but that's what's been on my mind, and that's what this channel is for me. It's therapy. It's a therapeutic release to kind of talk cars and get out of my own head. And that's what we're going to talk about. We'll see where else it takes me. Let me finish up this wheel, and then we'll get to the actual washing part. All right, so got the car rinsed down. Now I'm using some Built Hammer touchless. I love this stuff. This stuff really just breaks down all of the dirt and grime sitting on the paint before you actually wash it. So I know this is an extra step, extra product, but honestly, it's worth it. And I have a whole giant bottle of it too. So I really like this stuff. If you guys are looking for a great kind of one step, you know, if you just go out and drive your car for a little bit, gets a little dusty, I'm telling you, this stuff is awesome. I usually fill it up to the third line, but this time I filled it up to like 2.5 or so, the line right here. And then I fill the rest up with water, spray it down, let it sit for 5 to 7 minutes, and spray it off. All right, so let it sit for 5-10 minutes. I love how this car looks in the garage foamed up, especially with Built Hammer. It's crazy. You can actually see the depth of the paint underneath, at least in person. It just does such a good job. Honestly, I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's unnecessary, but to be honest, after using it for the last few months, you know, this is kind of my new washing procedure. It's something that for sure is going to stick around in my washing procedure. I think it does such a great job. And especially, as I mentioned, if you just go out for a drive and your car gets dusty, just spray this on, rinse it off, and you'll be good. But I like to go that extra step, especially since I'm not storing the car, but I'm not gonna be driving it as much in the winter right now. So just wanted to get it super cleaned up so I can put the cover on it, let it sit, get the new wheels on, and have it looking pretty in the garage. Then once it really starts to warm up, we can start driving it again. All right, so rinse the car off with Built Hammer. Now we got GSF on here, so we're ready to wash. What's that?
Buffalo vegetables bowl.
Wow, I was just saying I'm really shaky. I need to eat something. Wow,
It's very
thanks.
hot. I had to make it. I had some little bags in.
Oh, it was
Oh shit.
nice, thanks. Wife just brought me some food out. Looks pretty good to me. Chicken, rice. I'm gonna go ahead and eat this first, and then we'll get back to washing. Oh man, I just inhaled that. All right, so what I wanted to kind of discuss is I'm actually craving another project. And I know I talked to you guys a lot about selling this for a G80 or a GT3, and that's still on my mind. But for the new year, you know, at this very moment, I am thinking about picking up another project car while still keeping the F80 for now, and then I can decide what to do with this. But I put a poll up on my Instagram of what car you would like to see as a project, a possible car project. Sorry if I'm burping, just inhaled all that food. Two cars I'm considering are an E92 M3, car that I've always wanted. Kind of want to experience the S65, the V8 life. Always wanted a V8 in my life, and I think that's a good direction to go. And also, I still have a FL5 Type R on my mind. I think that would be a really fun, cool build. You know, keep in mind, it would be in combination of the F80, so it's not like I'd sell the F80 for either of those cars. If I sell the F80, the two cars that I would be considering are, you guys know, a G80 and a GT3. So this new car, the E92 or the Type R, would be just a completely different project. A second, third car, I guess, of mine. Fourth car, whatever you want to call it. So I'm definitely considering doing something like that. Just a simple build, nothing crazy. You guys know how I build my cars. Granted, I do end up going crazy, but just something really simple, just something fun. It's not, you know, 6 digits. Something that's a little bit more, I guess, relatable. I think it'd be really, a really fun build. I already have a plan in terms of what I would like to do to both of those. So those are 2 cars that I've thought about immensely about owning, and I kind of know my vision of where I'd want to take those cars. I don't know if it's something I'm definitely going to do, but it's definitely on my mind while I think about what to do with this. It would be pretty cool to have 2 M3s side by side, I'm not going to lie. Having, in my opinion, the 2 best M3 generations side by side in the garage, modified to my spec, if you will, to my liking. I think that'd be cool. But at the same time, I think it'd be really fun to do a Type R build. I think those cars are so good. I drove my buddies about a year ago now, well, a little less, and I fell in love with the car. I kept on saying it was like a baby Porsche, and I still think that's very true. Fantastic car, super fun to drive. Reliable, it's a Honda. Just doing a simple exhaust, some wheels, lower it, front lip and stuff, tune, be a lot of fun. But, you know, that's just the car guy in me. That's the car enthusiast. Always wanting to do something next, you know? You know, and then a part of me is like, hey, just chill out. Enjoy the F80 while you have it. Then just say screw it and go get a GT3. But I think where my mind is with the GT3 is that, of course, I want one. But I really want a .2, a 991.2. I really want a manual. Granted, I don't think the .1 is bad. I think just where my mindset is, like go big or go home kind of thing. And the .2 is just, the prices are just so ridiculous at this point still. You know, you're looking at $200,000, which it's an amazing car, don't get me wrong. But I do not think it's worth 200 grand. Granted, I know it's kind of the last of its breed and all that. I just, you know, when you get into that kind of price range of 200 grand, you know, I think Lamborghinis, I think Ferraris, I think that kind of stuff. I don't think a Porsche. I mean, I don't know, maybe that's just me, but that's kind of where my mind's at. So I'm trying to be patient, hold out for that .2 and see where the market goes and how things dip. Now that the 992.2 is coming out, I'm curious to see what's going to happen with the 901.2s. All right, so kind of finish up the car. I'm going to go ahead and spray some drying aid, Obsessed Garage drying aid. That's what I always use. Stay on top of the ceramic. Just going to wipe the car down. I'll do a quick vacuum of the interior. Doesn't really need it that bad, but just a quick little vacuum. And wipe down of the interior, which is, again, not dirty, but I just like to stay on top of it. And then we should be able to wrap this up. So let me know what you guys think. E92, FL5 Type R, or don't do anything and just wait for a 991.2. Also, I'm still debating on what the heck I should do with this. I still have a couple offers on the table, 2 of them that are very serious, one of which actually has a check ready to go. So I'm still back and forth on it. We'll see what I think once I get the RIAs on. You know, maybe I'll feel different about the car, or I don't know, not really sure, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish wiping this down, get the car back into position, get the car cover on, and we can wrap the video up then. My kids have been running in and out of the house, which makes it pretty difficult to film because they're constantly asking me for stuff. So it's the first warm day in a while and outside getting some fresh air. So, all right guys, car is all cleaned up, got the interior wiped down. Not that it was dirty, but looking fresh, looking clean. So now all I gotta do is just get it back into position, put the car cover on, the battery tender, and leave it be until we get another nice, beautiful day where I can take this car out. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Plenty more to come throughout the entire year. As you guys know, I have kind of went over some plans that I got brewing through my mind, and I'm really excited about them. So let me know in the comments below. Should we build an E92 M3 alongside the F80, or an FL5 Type R alongside the F80, or should we just kind of hold out, enjoy the F80 as is, you know, do a few things here and there that I got on the workbench and kind of got coming on the way, and then go after the GT3 sooner than later. But I don't know. Again, offers still on the table, a couple offers for the F80, so we'll see where that goes. So if you guys are curious any of the products that I do use in the videos, they're always in the links below, so you can pick those up and wash the car just like I do, and get it looking this proper. So thank you guys, I appreciate it. Looking forward to another great year. If you guys have any questions at all, be sure to ask them below. But in the meantime, keep it clean, keep it simple. I'll catch you guys in the next one.